It's 5:12 and no sunrise this morning. Look at that. Cloud, everything's wet, it's been raining, pretty hideous. There is a boat out there or a ship on the horizon. You might be getting a little bit of light off that thing, but in terms of the sun, you're gonna see Jack. No sun, no sunrise, and I can't even sit on the bench, it's all soaking wet here. You know what? I can sit on that. I'm just going to have to deal with getting a wet ass. I'm not going to sit on it. Who cares? The other day I talked about my solution for my live streaming issues with my Optus connection. I had forgotten one piece of information that I think may be a 100% resolution. Now, there's a piece of software that I discovered a couple of months ago called Speedify, and what Speedify does is it joins internet connections together. It bonds connections together. It's called channel bonding. So you could have a Wi-Fi connection, you could have an Ethernet connection, and you could have a cellular connection, and it would bond them all together to make a faster, stronger connection. The reason I haven't used it before now is because I hadn't logically put it in my head that I actually have 2 SIM cards for my Optus service. So I've got 230 gig with Optus, and the way they give it to me is part of it's delivered through my handy and the other part of it's delivered through a separate SIM card. So I've effectively got 2 phone numbers on the one account. So that means I could have one of the channels coming from my phone, my handy, my cellular, and the other channel coming from the AC800S modem. And using Speedify, I could bond those 2 together. And even better than that, because my speed is good, like the speed isn't the issue, the sync is the issue, staying connected is the issue. So there's a selection in Speedify to use redundant mode, which is basically ensuring, like it sends the signal out across both of the connections to ensure that if one drops, the other one stays up. That sounds like exactly, like literally what I need, because we kind of feel like the issue here is contention. So on the weekends, which is when I live stream, Saturday morning, all the dudes in Culburra Beach, all the holiday makers that come down here are on their handies Saturday morning, having coffees and you know, watching the news and reading the paper, all that stuff. They're all using their phones, and that's why maybe the Optus connection isn't the greatest at that particular point. If I use both of my SIM cards, man, this could be a solution. I'm really keen to see. I mean, this weekend, Saturday, will be the first test I do of this, but I have done tests already and it works. But of course, as Danny Black said, all the testing's fine, but it happens to be when you're going live on that day is anything could happen. So touch wood, fingers crossed. By the way, this still does look nice, even though we've got no sun. It's still pretty spectacular, right? You can hear the whip birds over there. They do that. Woo, whip. Of course, it's not going to happen now. Cool bird. That's an Aussie bird. Pretty funny. Oh wow, far out. I can't believe I didn't connect this together and start using Speedify before.